Here's a sneak preview of next Sunday's The Voice of Ireland.
I love the Welsh accent. I genuinely can't. It's like,
look at him flirting already.
Listen.
That's why you're going to go with Bressie. Put us all out.
No, listen. Fuck, I can't even talk now anymore. This is ridiculous. You know, we can't all be put together by Louis Walsh, but you know yourself.
Wow.
Get your facts right.
You know, that's...
Westlife was put together by 3 of the members in Westlife, in Sligo, in school. So
Okay.
get your facts right before you go
Okay,
down
I'll
the
get my
Westlife
facts
slagging
right.
route again,
Right.
okay? When you're in a pop band, it's easy to do.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
you're not
okay,
getting- If you're a
yeah.
pop artist, it's
Yeah,
easy.
everything
Don't
was
act like
just handed
gobshites
to
for the
me.
next 20 minutes, do it. What I'm trying to say is, like it or not, we come from different places. That's all I said.
And Bressie, ladies and gentlemen.
It's the eye of the tiger, it's the thrill of the fight, rising up to the guns of our rivals. And the last known survivor comes to pray in the night, and he's watching us all with the eye of the tiger.
I knew they were going to play that.
We were going to transform this into just a ring and let you at it, you know.
Oh, why not? Huh?
Seconds away. Welcome, fellas. Good to see you.
Good to be here.
You both seem considerably more, I think, relaxed about this season than last, in the sense that it's a bit more familiar to you. Would that be right, Kian? Familiar to you. Would that be right, Kian?
Yeah, I think so. I think everybody involved in the show this year, I mean, apart from Jamelia, because she's new,
Yeah.
I think we all feel like, you know, it's a bit more lighthearted, it's a bit more fun, you know. You can see, like, I mean, we haven't seen that clip that you just showed, but,
Yeah.
you know, as much as we're kind of having a pop at each other, it's all in jest, it's all good fun, you know.
Yeah,
There's
well, that's
no
absolute
malice
nonsense. You kind of
behind
quietly
it.
hate each other, which is great.
Yeah, but, you know,
Yeah,
we got to say that,
It's
don't
a
you?
double bluff, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's double bluff. But no, it is. It's a lot more fun this year. I think we're all a little bit more relaxed with the whole thing.
Okay. What about you, Brez? Are you enjoying it, or is...
Yeah, I think it's more like last year was my first kind of television experience as well. I didn't know what to expect. And I think, you know, you see me and Kian having slaps at each other, but it genuinely is because we're so comfortable. You know, I know we share a dressing room, like, and we go back to the dressing room and...
That's not a pleasant experience.
I was in with Jamelia and Sharon, but they weren't having any of it, so they put me in with this guy here.
I think they should put maybe CCTV in the dressing room, just to allow us find out what's really
Maybe they
happening.
already have CCTV, and that's going to be the kind of twist in the middle of the show. But yeah,
You're making a lot of women very happy around the country with these thoughts. So obviously Pat Byrne won the show last year. Pat was your charge, so to speak, and you're keeping an eye on him and his progress, are you?
Yeah, I think the one thing I've always said about even singers like Pat, and I think, say, the X Factor this year, I think the best singer yet has won the show. And the one thing you have to understand about these shows is when they finish, and they finish, and whoever wins, they're far from the finished article. You know, it takes years and years of development to become an artist. And I think that's the one thing I'm always wary of with shows, that they're given time.
Well, very few. I mean, you mentioned the X Factor there, and very few of the artists that win that really last more than 6 months to a year. And you know, that's the danger with shows like the one that you do, The Voice, is that Pat's still on the ascent, but you have to nurture that, don't you?
But you see, the thing about, like, a lot of the winners of the X Factor and shows out within a week.
Yeah.
You're not ready. The most success stories from X Factor, the ones that came out a year or two later, who were actually pampered and brought through the idea of when you step on stage in front of 20 people in some horrible venue in the middle of nowhere. That's when you earn your trade, and I think that's the likes of, say, Pat. For me as an artist, like, I sat down in the studio and we were writing, and I kind of felt, I said, you know what, it's probably going to take 2 albums before he's got enough confidence to start actually...
So it's a long road, essentially.
For me, yeah, it is.
You'd like to win it, Kian, the Voice. I mean, you came last time with Bressie. the only reason I know that is because in every episode, Bressie reminds you.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I would have never noticed.
Yeah.
No, look, I mean, as I said to Bressie on the show, I don't think it's about us. I know at this stage in the show it is, because, you know, there's great fun and there's great banter between us all, and we're all having a good time with it and slagging each other off. But it is about the artists on the show. You know, I think Pat Byrne last year was a worthy winner. You know, Conor Quinn, you know, I thought was right up there. Bressie made a mistake in the semi-final by picking a really bad song. But, you know, these things happen. And Conor went out, but Conor was a fantastic artist last year. You know, so I think there was some great people in the show last year, and I think as the show goes on, that's who we'll be talking about.
Do people feel the sense of ownership where they like to come down on you both if you do choose or don't choose a particular actor? They make their opinion very much felt?
Well, you see, the one thing you get as well, and I noticed from watching the blinds, and you're sitting back watching them, and you see 1 minute the families are going, oh, I hope he goes to Bressie, and then when you don't pick him, it goes, that guy knows nothing. Just within 5 minutes, and you're kind of going, well, you see, we don't, no one on the coaching panel makes decisions without bringing some kind of constructive criticism involved.
The central line, I think, underlying your itchy and scratchy thing is that...
Who's itchy, who's scratchy?
But every week I say, here
We all
comes
know
itchy and
who's
scratchy now. And it seems to be the fact that you always throw at him, at least you say to Bressie, well, at least I sold records. And you always say to him, well, at least I sang on my records. And
Which is because, you know, anybody that knows Westlife, he obviously doesn't, knows I do sing on the records. So that's kind of why I brushed that one off.
No, but you see, the thing about it is, I think, I use what I have, and what I don't have is like, okay, you know, I've sold 70 million albums because I haven't, and there's no point in pretending I have.
Not yet, dude.
But you know, I'll try to do it. But you know, the thing about it is, you use what you have, and if I felt that it offended him, and if he felt it offended me, he wouldn't say it.
Yeah.
But it
And
doesn't.
we always have said off camera as well, you know, in the dressing room, look, you know, any comments that we're throwing at each other, it is only in jest, you know, like, we always kind of make sure that...
does he say that? No. I didn't think so. Yeah, I didn't. Let's have a
I
look.
said that to you
We'll
one
check the CCTV and we'll see what he says.
Okay, thanks, Pollyanna. Let's have a little look at another clip from the show, The Voice of Ireland.
Kian picks, you know, the straight down the middle key change ones, you know, with getting off the seat.
The ones that sell records. Last year, I used a word to describe Bressie, and I'm going to use it again. First class donut.
I won't say it again. I do sing on my own records, which is great. But, you know, honestly...
Nobody listens to them. The arrogance of Bressie is only going to get bigger and
What are
bigger.
you talking about, coming from King Arrogance himself? The public didn't vote for you.
Well, they didn't vote for you either, dude. And if they did, then that's all the wrong reasons in the world, is it? It's the singer they're supposed to be voting for, not for you.
Sounds bitter.
That's exactly why you should be going for it, because it's not the Bressie show, it's the Voice of Ireland.
Yeah.
I just want to point out that first class donut is actually 3 words, but...
No, a first class donut.
Yes.
I think that's a compliment,
Yeah.
to be perfectly honest.
Really?
Yeah, donut. I don't
Donut
know.
is round, it just, you know, it's boring. Like, you know, there's not an awful lot in it, you know.
I wouldn't have thought that. There's loads of different types of donuts.
Well,
What kind of donut would you consider yourself?
a second
Just can't
class
put me
donut.
on the spot like that. Like TV. I have to think about that one.
A chocolate donut full of
What's your beef with Kian's boy band past, though, Bressie?
There's no beef with it. At the end of the day, I have a massive amount of respect for Westlife and bands like that. Like, music is at the core of what I do. I understand what goes behind it, and like I joke with people have this persona and perception of it that it is easy, and it's not. It's a terribly difficult thing to do. I think what the point that sometimes doesn't get across is we do come from different paths.
Yeah.
And that's it. And we do clash in those things. But like in terms of the music industry,
you're a rock band versus boy band. Would that be fair to say?
I'm a pop artist.
You're
That's
pop.
you know, if your music's on commercial daytime radio, you're a pop artist. That's
Have
the
you
way
ever
it is.
covered a Boys Own song? Oh, sorry,
Boys Own.
Westlife song. Have you ever covered a Westlife song?
I have to say I have, to be honest.
Which
I've done
one?
a few. Well, they covered everything, so I just cover what they cover. So that's kind of what I do.
That's not true. He told me that he sang Looking Like That on tour a few times.
So that is a quality song, though.
but that's not a cover.
I know, but still, I'm not. That's kind of an exception. But I did sing that.
An
I sang
exception.
that in karaoke in Cyprus,
Well,
and I didn't even come in the top 10. So I don't know if it was the song choice though. So
Well,
It
maybe
definitely wasn't the song choice.
none of the chairs turn. No, they're just
no,
just sitting there
no,
talking.
there's no chairs in this particular place.
You seem to be getting like throughout the season, this season particularly, Kian. When the acts keep going, the young ones particularly keep going to Bressie, which is and even the credible fellas are going to Bressie too. And you're kind of go, yeah, go to Bressie. Oh, he's pretty, and you kind of give it a lot of that.
Yeah.
Why are you annoyed by Bressie's prettiness?
Well, I'm not necessarily annoyed by his prettiness. I kind of get aggravated at the idea that girls are going with him just so they can spend time with him, you know. It's like, oh, Bressie, I love you. You know, this type of attitude. Because really that's, you know, I mean,
You're
I know...
just jealous. You want to spend time with me. You just want to spend time with me.
I want to spend time with you too, Bressie. No, but, you know, I just kind of get to a point where it's like, oh, my God, they're picking him for the wrong reason. That's the problem.
Okay. Do you think that a lot of the acts don't think he's musically credible, but actually he's just lovely to look at and they want to be near the beautiful
I think a lot
thing?
of the female acts don't
doing
really
that.
care about the music once they get on the stage and they go, oh my God, there's Bressie.
Do you think that he might be a little offended by that analysis?
No, not really.
Bressie, seeing as you're here and all,
Oh, hello. How are you?
because there's a scene I was watching this Sunday, so I was watching a preview of it, and I got the impression that Jamelia kind of got on your nerves by suggesting that to one of the acts, don't go to Bressie's just because he's handsome. And you were kind of going, hang on a second. You felt that your credibility was being called into question for the wrong reasons.
It's not credibility. At the end of the day, I come from and whether it bores people or not, a kind of a technical vocal thing, and I don't see the point me being there and not kind of bringing what I do know, and that's like I'm obsessed about vocals and how people sing. You know, well,
We would have never guessed.
yeah. Well, you probably should try get into it yourself. It's
Smart ass, huh? And this coming from Mullingar, you know.
There's nothing wrong with Mullingar.
I never said there was.
My mum and dad. I said hello to my dad and my uncle who are in Donegal for my granny's memory mass today, so they're in a pub watching you.
Are they watching
So
you?
say
They're
hello
watching
to
you.
Uncle
Don't worry
Jerry,
about me. They're watching
no,
you.
they're you. They don't care about me.
And tell me this, Bressie, does the heartthrob thing get in your nerves a little bit?
No, I've never been overly comfortable with it. I don't. You can't answer that question without coming across like a bit of an idiot. So I tend to not answer the question. But I think that whole thing of that with Jamelia, I think our long-term goal in the show, me and Kian, is to get Jamelia and Sharon to have a proper on-fight.
Yeah.
We're only nurturing it.
Yeah.
That's our job, just to get it going. We're doing a good job.
We
I
got
think
close.
it comes
we got
up.
very close with Sharon and Jamelia. They really they go for each other actually. And I don't think it's this Sunday. I think it's the following Sunday.
Yeah.
They really go for each other.
And
you
did
know,
the two of you
Jamelia
chime
winds
in
Sharon
with,
up.
Women are
fight?
vicious.
What?
Women are vicious.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And you two guys are pussycats, is that the idea?
No, we stir it up a little bit, you know.
Yeah, just to get them
Yeah,
going.
just to keep
Okay.
it going a little bit.
Bressie, are you single?
I am, yeah. I'm kind of like. That's another question you can't really answer without coming across like a total idiot. But yeah, I am.
It's a yes or no, isn't it?
Yeah, that's all it is then, yes.
That's all it is.
That's
Okay, so you had an operation over Christmas on, what was it, a hand or something? Or was that serious?
He's lost a stone over
what?
Christmas.
Worry.
No, he had a bug as well.
I got sick, yeah, I actually had a really enjoyable Christmas. I was in
What
bed, I
happened?
didn't have to talk to anyone. And I just like had a laptop and I had an operation, I had a bit of people kept going on my Twitter after the show going, what's wrong with your finger? And my finger was in a complete right angle from an old rugby injury, so I had to go in and get it straightened and that's it. It's not actually straight, but it's as straight as ever be, so that was my Christmas. Yeah.
That's a lovely story.
I don't know where that came from.
No, but I will take it.
You asked about
I asked
the
you a
operation.
question, you give the answer.
I
And
didn't
it's a
want to
good-
say it was a serious operation.
No, that's okay. I
Just
wasn't
a
quite
pinky
sure.
finger.
It's just a little
little
crooked
finger, yeah.
fingers now, no longer crooked. Phew. Kian, you, meanwhile, how long are you in Westlife now? Is it, how many months?
I think it's 7 or 8 months now.
And how are you getting on with that? I'd say it's quite an adjustment, is it?
It is and it isn't. You know, I think for now it kind of feels quite normal because for a lot of times throughout Westlife we did take big breaks, and one year we had a year out, and for a while we had like 3 or 4 months. So it kind of feels a little bit normal, but it's starting to feel like, you know, we would normally be getting ready to go on tour right now, or, you know, we would have had an album out before Christmas. So I kind of feel like we're only kind of starting to really get into the time where it's going to sink in that it's actually over, you know.
And are you in much contact with the lads, or did you just say, look, we leave it, we'll see you another time?
I think for us all, we kind of probably needed that time to just kind of go and do our own way.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all in contact with each other, you know, text messages or emails
Yeah,
or,
yeah.
you know, stuff like that. We haven't really seen each other much. I know Nicky went to see Shane on Strictly Come... Shane went to see Nicky, on Strictly Come Dancing. But, you know, we kind of just be texting over and back. I think everybody's just kind of getting on with their own life.
Yeah.
But, you know, listen, be no time before we're all in the pub sharing a few pints, you know.
Okay, well, in the meantime, thanks for coming in, fellas, and good luck. I'm enjoying the
Not at
show,
all.
I have to say. Look
Pleasure
forward to
to be
seeing how
here.
it works out. The
Thank
voice
you.
of Ireland. Kian and Bressie, lads. Good luck with the album, Bressie.
Thank you very much.